A Manchester United egyik legendája, Denis Irwin is ellátogatott a napokban Gyöngyösre az Apollo Tires meghívására. Az ír hátvéd több mint 500-szor szerepelt a manchesterieknél, ahol 33 gólt szerzett. 7 angol bajnoki cím mellett Bajnokok Ligáját, Európai Szuperkupát, Interkontinentális kupát, FA kupákat, összesen 19 trófeát nyert a vörösökkel, bekerült az angol futballhírességek csarnokába is. Emellett 56-szor ölthette magára az ír válogatott mezét, szerepelt az 1994-es világbajnokságon is.
Who was the best players in your whole career to play with or against? In the national team as well and in your
teams? So I would say the best player I played with, and I've got a fair choice of players because I played with Schmeichel and Giggs and Beckham, Cantona, Scholes, but I would say Roy Keane, who was a fellow Irishman, was as good a player that I've played with, both for Manchester United for 9 or 10 years and also for Ireland for 9 or 10 years. So I would say Roy Keane was as good as anybody. International wise, two stick out. Hadji, fantastic Romanian player, really difficult to play against, but probably Stoichkov, Hristo Stoichkov, Bulgarian, really intelligent, great goal scorer, probably still Bulgaria's best player ever. So I would say those two in particular would stand out for players who I've played against.
Okay, so is there any connection with the old teammates currently?
Yes. So all the ex-players get to see each other every now and again. Particularly the ones that live in around Manchester. You know, Roy Keane, Brian Robson, Gary Pallister, Brian McClare. I still see a lot of ex-teammates, Ryan Giggs, Mickey Butt, Paul Scholes, quite a lot around the area. The ones who move back home, back abroad, Jaap Stam, and I see them probably once every kind of 6 months when they come across to do TV work. We've got a great family spirit. We always have at Manchester United. We love meeting up, talking about the good old times. So it's really great when I see an ex-teammate that I've not seen for absolutely maybe years. Sometimes I don't see him. Poborski I see every now and again, Karl Poborski from Czech Republic. So it's really good times when we meet up.
Okay, so when you meet with these players, is there any topic with the current form of the Manchester United, which is not so great?
Yeah, no, times have changed. Obviously, I played in a very good era where we won plenty of trophies with my colleagues, my teammates who I meet up. We can't influence what goes on now. We've had for our standards, a really indifferent year, a really poor year by our standards to be so low in the league. Even in the last 4, 5, 6 years, we haven't, to be honest, we haven't been great. Since Sir Alex Ferguson left in 2013, we've not done great. We've won trophies, we've won cups, but we've not challenged for the Premier League. And it might still take a few years before we can challenge for the Premier League. But we've won cups and we've got an opportunity to win the Europa League this year. But really our form is disappointing in the Premier League this year for us to be so low in the league.
So if they will win the European League against Tottenham, will it be any positive feelings after it?
Yeah, there will be positive feelings because you win a trophy, you get into the Champions League. It's where every club wants to be. It's where all the big teams are. We want to be there as well, but we have to earn the right to be there. So we've got an opportunity to do it. But it won't. I think the manager said it won't disguise how indifferent our form has been this year. I think you look at the bigger picture. We haven't been great, but listen, it's a chance to win a trophy. There's not too many trophies handed out every year, so we've got to go for it against a Spurs team who've beaten us 3 times already this year. Who've had as bad a season as we've had, really. So, but it'll still be a great occasion and a great game.
So the Ireland and the Hungarian national team is in the same qualification.
Yeah.
What is your opinion about the results?
Well, I would say at the moment Hungary are a better team than Ireland. We're finding our way. We're struggling a little bit. We didn't qualify for the last European Championships. Hungary did. Hungary qualified easily actually, and then went into a tough group. I think they beat Scotland actually in Germany. But it's going to be hard because Portugal are obviously going to be the big favourites. So Armenia obviously the other team in the group, which makes the two games very, very important. I think, I don't know if I'm quite right, but I think we play Hungary in Dublin first, the return legs over crossing in Budapest. Is that right? But they're going to be the two big games because everybody expects Portugal to come out. But Hungary are, at the moment, form-wise, are probably slightly ahead of Ireland.
Which team will be in a better position at the final?
Well, I hope Ireland are. We've been through a tough time, Ireland. I gotta say that. You know, we had a great spell in the 90s and 2000s, and I'd say the last 6-8 years, you know, we've struggled to qualify for tournaments. So we've got a young group of players coming through. We need a very fit Evan Ferguson to hit form. He's on loan at West Ham at the moment. He's still a Brighton player. We struggle to score goals. So, but you never know. You know, you're still talking 2, 3, 4 months away before we start playing. So we'll have to wait and see. But hopefully Ireland will make it, and with Hungary.